Hello and thank you for joining me today. Well, this is the Thursday, August 11th edition of our video devotionals. We appreciate you being with us today. Hope your Thursday's going well. And we call this Trusting Thursday, just a reminder of how we trusted the Lord at one point. And then, of course, we trust Him every day with our everyday lives. And so on this Thursday here in our area, actually it's pretty overcast. And I think we got some scattered thunderstorms. It's been happening about every day now. And we're actually going to be cooler than what we've been, and that's good because we've been hot and muggy, but it is August and summertime, and of course that's expected. All right, well, we're going to jump into things here today. We're going to be in Jeremiah chapter 27 today. I think we're going to read 2 or 3 verses here and give you a thought here from the book of Jeremiah. And if it is your custom to go get your Bible and turn there, we'll give you a chance to do that. Otherwise, thank you again for all who watch the videos. We appreciate you. From time to time, people let us know about things they would ask us to pray for. There's a couple of ladies who are regularly viewers of this devotion who've asked me for prayer, and I'm just going to pass it along. Don't need to pass the names. God knows their names, and of course, sometimes people just want to keep some things private concerning the social media aspect, but both of these would be health-type situations. In some cases, it's their family members are involved too, but 2 faithful ladies that I'm praying for, and I'm going to ask you to pray for them if you would, and I know they would greatly appreciate it. Okay, so we're reading through the Bible in 1 year's time. Today's reading, of course, involved chapter 27 of Jeremiah, and I'm going to start in verse number 5 and read verse 5 and 6 and give you a very, very simple thought here today. This is the Lord speaking. I have made the earth, the man, and the beast that are upon the ground, by my great power and by my outstretched arm, and have given it unto whom it seemed meet unto me. And now have I given all these lands into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon, my servant, and the beasts of the field have I given him also to serve him. Interesting here, of course, as we're reading through Jeremiah, there's no question we have to acknowledge the fact that God is going to use Nebuchadnezzar to judge his people. Nebuchadnezzar becomes the first of what we call the world empire leaders, and the kingdoms I'll just kind of list them very quickly because there's not that many, but he represented the Babylonian Empire. Then there was the Medes and the Persians. Then the Medes and the Persians were overtaken by the Greek Empire. And then during the life of Christ, of course, before Christ came on the scene in bodily form, then we had the Roman Empire, and then the Roman Empire, it fell. And since then, there's not been what we would call someone who was dominating the entire world, a world empire leader. Then we're going to await the next kingdom, and that'll be the kingdom of the Antichrist, and that will be that kingdom. And then basically what we would probably call the revised Roman Empire. And then, of course, it'll be the empire of Jesus, the 1,000-year reign of Christ here on earth. So I'm saying all that because the Babylonian Empire, who was headed up by Nebuchadnezzar, God used that empire to chastise and to judge his people. In fact, the language here is God says that Nebuchadnezzar, my servant, he was his servant. And God used him, of course, to get his people's attention. And, of course, the captivity occurred. And then as I think about the earth here, God says, I've made the earth, the man, the beast that are upon it. And he says, by my great power, my outstretched arm. And he says, I have given it unto whom it seemed meet unto me. That word meet, M-E-E-E-T. We use that like to meet someone and to meet somebody, like someone new or even someone we know, an encounter, if you please. And God, the word there, meet, means proper or fit, whom he sees fit to give it unto. And God says, I'm going to use Nebuchadnezzar to give the land, if you please, the kingdoms, because of the judgment that God was going to place upon his own people. But God uses people like that, and he called him his servant. And we would think of a servant as the people of God, people who serve the Lord, a pastor, or people who work at the church. We say, well, they're servants of the Lord. Yeah, but in this case, God says, I'm going to use this particular man who was not a follower of me to get my people's attention. And God can do that. So when you think about the world scene and all that's going on, and you think about things in this country, and you think about some of the leadership we have, don't be surprised that God says, I know that. We know that, of course. But God uses these things to get his people's attention, and may we certainly pay attention to that. And then, of course, the earth, it's the Lord's, and he gives it to whom he sees fit. And so just to be thankful for the great power of God and how He's in control. And if we know Him, we're following Him, then we're in the best position. We're in the position where God would want us to be, and I think that's a good thing. Well, we're at about the 15-second mark. We're going to close on that. Hope everybody has a great day. Hope you stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow on Faithful Friday. Have a wonderful day.